Okay, class. Unfortunately, we have these online lessons, and to save time and your time and my time and make it more convenient, I decided to make a video and to upload it to YouTube so you can watch anytime convenient for you. So today we will check two subjects. It is plant growth regulators, and this is some substances which are very much in use nowadays to grow food cheaper, and this includes some growth promoters, inhibitors, retardants, and herbicides. Okay, you see, maybe if you were paid attention what farmers are doing in this country, so they are spraying a lot on rice fields and even cassava and any cash crops. They spraying a lot to improve, to reduce cost of production and also to improve the yield. Okay, so let's go. Plant growth regulators are organic components which produced by the plant or synthetic substance. So mostly the most cheap, of course, synthetic substances, and they in relatively low concentration can increase, decrease, or retard plant growth. They were initially called phytohormones or plant hormones. So as I said, they are sprayed, mostly they are sprayed or otherwise applied to seeds and plants. Okay, there are many such substances, and you can check internet, and then mostly again you go to the shop for these chemicals, you see many products available. So, and some typical examples are using a branching agent to create some plant with more leaves, and also to enhance flower production. It's also much in use, and etc., etc., and of course increasing fruit size, for example. So okay, so we see that, okay, they are what is common for these plant growth regulators. They are complex chemical components with low molecular weight and easy solubility in water. So it's relatively easy to spray them with water. So they are transported by vascular tissues of the plants. They exhibit dual control, either promoting the growth or inhibiting the same independence from concentration. So it is at high concentration they can turn to be suppressing, at low concentrations they are promoting. Okay, they're essential for growth, development, and metabolism of plants, and they applied, as I said, in minute quantities, just by spray mostly, and they are supposed to be naturally destroyed or excreted soon after their roles are over. But again, they are supposed, but it is not always happens. Okay, then there are mostly three groups in practical agriculture. Two groups are mostly used, but officially it's three groups. And one group is plant growth promoters, other inhibitors, and also there are growth retardants. And examples of these plant growth regulators, you see, it is what they are doing. So they can produce enlargement of cells and produce flowering and formation of seeds, or vice versa. Exhibitors can stop and can stop germinating of seeds, for example, and they are used to, for example, to protect the plants. Okay, growth promoters. There are kind of some popular stuff which auxins. What they do, you can read: elongate cells, and they start growth of roots, etc., etc. And gibberellins, so it's gibberellins are responsible for elongation and flowering, and cytokinins. Okay, I have problem with to pronounce it. Okay, this chemicals that help division, and they produce this branching of the plants. Ethylene is gas, but it's actually applied as some ethylene precursor. So it is not required for plant growth, but it affects growth of shoots and roots, and promotes flowers death, and also it is inducing ripening of fruits. And okay, growth inhibitors, it's okay. Growth retardants. Please read this, and you see next slide that there are these different promoters, plant growth regulators, different. So this is example. So it's chemical composition, chemical formula of these substances. Some of them are not very expensive, and they can be easily produced, like salicylic acid, and other more expensive. Okay, growth promoters, as I said, three types. It is auxins, gibberellins, and cytokinins. Okay, so you can read what they are doing. Okay, what again here slide presenting what is auxins are doing. They stimulate cells elongation, and so it's this is demonstration how it works. And one example, it is like indole acetic acid. This is an example of chemical composition, and they, as I said, it helps in rooting and xylem differentiation, etc. So they induce growing seedless fruits. This is again interesting and very much in use to produce fruits. They spray in this auxin class growth promoters, and then they are getting like seedless apples, seedless other fruits, and then it is a really interesting chemical. And some gibberellins. Gibberellins, they promote cell growth, promote plant growth, and then cytokinin, they stimulate cell division, and they produce also branching and creation of fruits and growth of roots and growth of fruits. Okay, ethylene, as I said, it is a relatively simple substance. It depends on concentration how it will work. At small concentration and large concentration, they work different. So in principle, it inhibits plant growth, metabolism, and seed germination. But also, as I said, the most commonly used source of ethylene is such substance or product SF-phone, and so the plants are easily absorb and transport this solution of this substance, and they release ethylene slowly. So it is used to promote sprouting of potato tubers and boost rapid elongations of the stems and of the rice plants. So it is very much in use again, and it also hastens fruit ripening in apples and tomatoes. Okay, so it is quite much in use. You see that it makes its fruits ripens quicker. And there are also growth inhibitors. So, and quite interesting that ascorbic acid, which is again relatively cheap substance, it is very much used as growth inhibitors. Okay, there are quite many other, and mostly these substances are not synthetic, but they are extracted from other plants. case here are abscisic acid. It's produced by mostly by synthetic. It is synthetic mostly. Okay, then it's used, and what is the problem with all this stuff? So you see that farmers try to reduce cost of production and to produce more fruits, more grain. But problem again that residues of some these plant growth regulators are yet you will find them in agricultural products, and they are seriously detrimental to human health. Yes, because it's already proven that they are dangerous for your liver, and they can change the genes, so they are probably cancerogenic, and a lot of problems can be. So this, yeah, and there are some publications, relatively recent publications, but again, problem that also that these residual chemicals, they stay in soil and water. They have toxic effects on fish, for example, and development of some frogs, etc. So it's relatively, I would not say it is safe. And in this sense, you know that if I didn't tell you that, I tell you that now that I am carnivore. I follow carnivore diet. It means I don't eat fruits and vegetables, despite these medical professionals highly recommend to eat more vegetables and fruits. I don't do it because I believe that much better, much healthier, at least in my age, not to consume any carbohydrates and any fruits and vegetables, especially fruits and vegetables are with a lot of these chemicals. And in my experience, for example, what happened when I came to Thailand and prices for fruits and vegetables were very low, and I was a little bit stupid that time, and I was thinking, okay, fruits and vegetables, they are full of vitamins, I have to eat as much as I can. And this is what I was doing. I was eating like a lot, really a lot of mango and a lot of green vegetables, salads. And what happened, I developed psoriasis, and my health really was damaged. And only when I stopped to do it, and it was not long ago, I mean about maybe a year ago, I started to eat mostly. I started to avoid these fruits and vegetables. Sometimes I eat fruits, by seasonal fruits, and only those fruits that I grow myself at my farm. And these fruits I grow with no chemicals, and of course it's not so many fruits I grow, but there are some berries, some fruits, and I eat sometimes when there is a season for them. I don't buy fruits and vegetables in shops or at market, because again I try, and I got somehow hypersensitive to these substances. And when I buy like even cucumbers and I eat, I get a real problem with my health after this, so I just stopped to do it. And okay, it's up to you to decide what to do, because as a carnivore, I need some resistant starch, for example, which is replacement for this fibers from fruits and vegetables. And I eat also mushrooms. Mushrooms are the best replacement, the best source of these fibers. So it's I think it is all okay. I am doing well, much better than before. Feel much better than before, so it's okay. Again, what is a problem that I wish to mention, that plants can induce leaky gut syndrome. It is permeability of the gut lining, and because especially also genetically modified plants, they are responsible to induce this leaky gut syndrome. It is very bad complication, and then it is causing eczema, psoriasis, autoimmune disorders in humans. So it's again, it's this what I got, and only now it's getting better. So you see that this information, and again, these genetically modified plants, they kill insects. They kill insects because they produce such substances which induce leaky gut syndrome. And then if you eat genetically modified food, then you develop, eventually, if you eat a lot, eventually you will develop the same leaky gut syndrome. And if insects die because they eat too much, you eat not so much, but you will damage your health anyway. So the leaky gut syndrome is exactly what is happening. Your epithelium layer in your guts gets permeable, so it's some bacteria and toxins and proteins can go from your guts, from inside of your guts. They can go to bloodstream, and they produce inflammation in your body. Your immune system is over reacting, and so you have autoimmune diseases, etc. And a lot of problem with skin and brain and joints, and okay, then again, especially in my age, it is very dangerous. Okay, so this is first presentation that I did. I put it to YouTube. You can download and watch it, but for now I tried to reach you online, and let's go. Okay, this is first presentation that I stopped.